Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, greenest state in the land of the free. Raised in the woods so he knew every tree. Killed him a bar when he was only 3.
Here we are in San Antonio, my birthplace, and I thought it was a great place to start the documentary in front of this, the cradle of Texas Liberty, the famous landmark. I can't remember the name. I wish I could remember it. Okay. Here are my parents, Seymour and Jane, probably around 1953. As you can see, my mother was a beautiful person, inside and out. She was so sweet. She was so kind. We all miss her. And then I had a dad. Just kidding, Dad. You know we love you too. Well, Kathy was born in 1953, and I shortly came after in 1957. I was a little slow to walk. Here I am at 15 months. There were some concerns. But as you can see, I was an adorable child. And then in 1960, along came Mark. Now, Dad had a really cute nickname for us. Mark was Pooner, and I was Tanger. Maybe I was Tanger and he was Pooner. I can't really remember. I never understood the joke till I was about 20 some odd years old. So I was a little confused as a child, as you could see. What would I be when I grew up? A dancer? A cowboy? Maybe a boxer? How about a weightlifter? Band leader? Football player? Lingerie model? Urban cowboy model? Bridal model? As you can see, I really like this whole modeling idea. Maybe a little too much. So now we're at the house, 118 Oakhurst, where I grew up, and I'm going to knock on the door and say hi to the people that live here. You know, San Antonians are the nicest, most friendly people you've ever met. Hold on one sec. Okay, they're coming. Oh, I can't wait to meet this family. This is going to be fantastic. Hey, I'm John Dreyfus. I grew up here, and I was hoping you'd let me come in to see your house, if you don't mind.
No, it ain't happening.
Yeah, come on. I really would like to see...
Hey. This isn't going to work here, pal, all right?
Okay. Okay, well, we'll go to my next house later. Thanks.
Okay, now.
So here we are at Woodridge Elementary, where I went to elementary school, and on this very field, I was one of the star players of the Woodridge Wolverines. I was the right guard, and we won 2 Northside Midget League championships right here, and I'm very, very proud that I was such an outstanding football player. Thank you.
He's so embarrassed that his father comes from a foreign place. It's a very poor state in Slovenia called Livonia. It's a funny place, and we had no sports there, no athletics, except chasing pigs. I can tell you, I know nothing from football, but Johnny played football. And I know from nothing that he was the worst football player I ever did see.
Now here is where I went to junior high. It was just 2 years, 7th and 8th grade. Had some great teachers here. Larry Williams, the greatest history teacher. But this is where I learned from Mrs. Crouch to speak Spanish. And you guys know that I am unbelievable at speaking Spanish.
Okay, do you want to know about John Spanish? I never understand a single word he said.
John Spanish? Oy vey.
It's terrible, but we try to understand him because he's the boss.
Here we are at Dobie Center, where I lived my freshman year in 1975. I was hanging out with some of my ZBT Pledge brothers on the 12th floor. They had this huge beanbag chair and it started falling apart. So I had the ingenious idea of putting it in one of the elevators and slashing it with a knife and cutting through it. Well, what I discovered was that the pellets were really condensed and it filled about this high in the elevator. And I thought that was hysterical. Yep, there's Dobie Center, all 27 stories of it.
How do you know it's 27 stories?
Oh, well, because I opened my big mouth. I told someone that we did it, and I had to vacuum all 27 of them. I took my academics very seriously at UT and graduated in '79. Then I was off to a wild and crazy career at Foley's. There I met some of my best friends. Here's Harry Cardis from Bessemer, Alabama. Tony Johnson from Anderson, Indiana. I had a great time with those guys. Here we are in Port Aransas at the Wharf Cat. I went to New Orleans in 1983 with my friend Renee Junka. Now, Renee was the best person I've ever met at playing Throw Me Something Mister. Oh no. Oh no, she doesn't. Oh no. Oh! Well, with Renee, you never knew who you were going to meet up with in New Orleans. In the summer of 1981, Harry, Tony, Renee, and I organized the Toga Party, which is the greatest party in the history of mankind. But one thing that really stands out about it was the first time I met Debbie. I'll never forget it.
I have absolutely no memory of meeting John at the Toga Party whatsoever.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now, don't forget to say you will.
Scale of 1 to 10, Toga Party, 15.
So here's Debbie. And here's a beautiful picture. Now Debbie, here's another portrait. Of course, she's the Rock of Gibraltar. We've been in love and married for 30 years. She's always up for just about anything. Loves to have a good time in the great outdoors. And she's got wonderful hygiene too. As you can see, I clearly take her breath away. Now, we got married November 30th, 1986. Well, I shouldn't have reached up there because this happened. And lo and behold, Jessica was born. Everyone came to see the new baby. There's Ann and Polly Zindler, my mom, Richard Meyer, my grandmother Ruth. So we were so busy celebrating the birth of Jessica that we shouldn't have done that because, oh, look what happened. Lisa was born. And just as we were getting comfortable with Lisa and she was sleeping, we went to Europe. Shouldn't have done that because then Debbie was pregnant with the boys. There were Charlie and David, identical twins. We were all just a little bit overwhelmed by the experience. Our house was constantly filled with noise and activity, and it was crazy. Sam Mayer couldn't wait to get the hell out of there. Well, here's Charlie and David, or maybe David and Charlie. I have no idea. We had dreams of them both becoming Talmudic scholars. Well, it didn't quite work out that way. They had a little bit of a wild side. We were concerned they could end up in a place like this, but they ended up being really good hombres. So many things to celebrate. We are so proud of both Charlie and David's accomplishments. After all 4 kids were born, I was afflicted with something called scrotal irritation. I have tried every ointment, salve, cream, foam, and gel known to man. One of my earliest experiences was reporting to the VA hospital as a clinical test case and having 40 medical students, all women, in their first week of medical school in an assembly line checking me out one by one. I went to see a doctor who was the head of the Department of Dermatology for the University of Texas. He suggested I try a mixture of things. I put it on, I had a violent reaction. My scrotal area became a kind of red that has no name to describe it. I can only tell you that the pain was worse than giving birth to twins, or having a kidney stone, or listening to one of Jeff Gilman's jokes. Finally, I went to see Dr. Samuel Bean, the most esteemed dermatologist in town.
I saw him immediately diagnosed great balls of fire.
Goodness and gracious, great balls of fire. I like that double ball, I thought it was funny. You came along and moved me, honey. I changed my mind. This love is fine. Goodness and gracious, great balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Ooh, it feels good. Hold me, baby. I want to loved you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. I wanna tell the world that you're mine, 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 mine. I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I'm real nervous, but it sure is fun. Oh, baby, drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
I climbed the corporate ladder at Foley's. Here we are on the bus ride back from New York City after 9/11. Not only were all these people on the bus, but Ann, my mother-in-law, was on it too. And now here's Lisa and Sarah Fink. After 9/11, they went undercover looking for Osama bin Laden. I had a 25-year great career at Foley's and one really bad day. After the kids left, I was looking for something challenging to do to fill my free time, and I found the Houston Jewish Film Festival Committee. I poured my heart and soul into it. I really loved it, and I became the chair. Everything built up to opening night. I chose a film called The Man in the Wall. It was a little edgy, but I wanted...
A little edgy? But I didn't think he'd be chainsaw edge. This film was like a never-ending nightmare. It was about a sleepless night of torture, and it was never-ending one.
Dee Dee and I don't go to the movies very often. A couple of years ago, we went to A Man in the Wall at the Jewish Community Center Film Fest. We haven't been to a movie since, and may never ever go again. Thanks, Sean.
Here we are at the Texas Taco House. I come here about 3 or 4 days every week to get lunch. And the people that work here love me. They're fantastic. I'm gonna go place my order now.
Hi, Johnny Waffle.
Hey guys, I would like to order ensalada Johnny Guapo.
Salad.
That's right.
Here, John?
Yeah, for here. You know how I like it.
Okay, we got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. All right, I'll see you.
Okay.
Che vato, Johnny.
He's not even guapo.
I know, he thinks he's big shit, man. Guy gordo.
I discovered it's a real difficult transition after the kids left. So I get real excited when Jessica and Colin come back to the house. Wait.
Dad, stop! You're so annoying!
Jessica, wake up!
Dad, stop! You're so annoying!
Oh, I forgot to ask Jessica something. Jessica.
Dad, stop! You're so annoying! Get out of the bathroom! Ah!
Jessica.
Dad,
Jessica,
stop! I have to
Jessica,
go back to office!
Jessica!
Jessica! Dad! Bye, Dad!
my eye. Girl, I never loved one like you. Man, oh man, you're my best friend. I scream it too. There's nothing that, there ain't nothing that I need. Well, hot and heavy pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ. Ain't nothing please me more than you. Oh, let me go home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Oh.
In October of 2015, Jessica married Colin Bozarth, and we couldn't be happier. Colin's a great guy. And Lisa is engaged to be married to Richard Robbins. Get ready, because here he comes. So that's my life. I'm quick with a joke, and I'll light up your smoke. I'm not the coolest cat. In fact, I'm pretty wired. I've had my share of bumps and bruises. Life can be pretty overwhelming. Sometimes it can be downright scary. But I know that when I go to sleep at night, I feel great about where I've been, and I'm looking forward to where I'm going.
Mazel tov.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments. With lovers and friends, I still can recall.
Oy vey! Oy vey! Oy vey!
Jessica!
Dad, stop! You're